Hey guys, today is Thursday. I am annoyed. I'm texting Natalie right now. I'm like super frustrated right now. I'm getting calls from my pediatrician, and it's not like my pediatrician has like different nurse practitioners and all these different people in the practice, and it's not the main pediatrician that's like we've been seeing these appointments. It's been the nurse practitioner. It's kind of getting to the point where we're getting phone calls, we're getting checkups all the time to see how he's feeding, how much he's feeding, and it's stressing me out, and it's just causing me more harm than good because it's just, I feel like they're helicopter parenting me, and that doesn't work well with me. Like I feel like I can't even be an advocate for my own kid. I feel like, I understand in the medical practice, like you see so many kids and there's such a pattern and, there's curves and all this. And I understand the average kids and how they grow and everything, but it's like when one is off the track, like I like that they're like penciling in on it. Like they want to make sure he's okay. But it's like they don't want to hear what my husband and I have to say about it. How busy my kid is, how he eats all the time. He eats frequently, he snacks, he just doesn't care to eat a ton. Nothing that we say gets them to understand like we are doing everything that we feel is right by our son. We are not neglecting him. We are not neglecting the fact that he is gaining weight slower. It's not that we're ignoring all of it. And, I appreciate the fact, okay, he's not gaining weight as quickly as he should. Okay, so that means I need to up my milk supply. But I don't want someone to be down my throat, oh, how much are you producing? How often are you feeding them? Like, them wanting me to exclusively pump. Like, that does not work in my schedule. Like, that just doesn't work for us and how our lifestyle is. It just does not work anymore. The exclusively pumping worked great when my husband was home all the time, but he's not anymore. So I'm wanting to do whatever I can to up my supply so that I don't need to do that. And the more that they want me to supplement and do all of these things, like they're not allowing me to use my own voice and say, that's not what I want to do. That's not going to work for us in our situation, and I don't want to switch to formula if I don't have to. So just let me do what I feel is right for my son and I just don't like the helicopter parent. He doesn't act like he needs more food. He's the one who gets off the breast. He's the one who decides when to start and stop, like he does. I will like now start to force him, like I'll make sure he eats every hour and a half now, but that's not a problem. I can do that. But he still tells me when he's done, and he tells me if he doesn't feel like eating. I'm just frustrated at this point, and I just need like somewhere to vent. Let me know if any of you other moms have gone through this. Like, it is one of the most like frustrating feelings in the world, feeling like you're a bad parent or feeling like I don't have the answers for them, because what they're asking is how much milk I'm producing, like how much he's getting a feed. I don't know how much he's getting a feed. I'm upping my supply, like I'm doing everything I think I'm supposed to be doing the solids. I'm literally doing everything that I feel I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to do it. And my child is 100% healthy. Like he never seems like he's starving. He's teething, he's busy, he's just growing, and he's just hitting all the milestones. He's advanced. It's just his weight, and I'm just frustrated at this point. Yeah, I'm just a little bit on the frustrated path. I'm a little frustrated too. He only took a 26-minute nap. It's just like a mixture of things that I'm feeling right now. I'm just feeling really frustrated. On top of being stressed out that I'm being told my son's not gaining weight, which of course stresses me out. It's scary though when, they tell you, oh, he's not gaining weight. So of course that's scary. Of course that freaks me out. Of course that gives me some sort of concern. And so having them helicopter me does not help. It just makes it worse. This method of calling and constantly checking up on us, it just doesn't work for us. Because it just stresses me out, which again will lower my supply, the last thing that I need. I'm just trying to take all the steps that I should be taking. I'm taking those disgusting, absolutely repulsive, gag-worthy drops. They're disgusting. The Legendary Milk. They're so gross, but I'm taking them to up my supply, and they are working. They, don't make my stomach feel amazing. By the end of the day, my stomach is like on fire because I think there's there's alcohol in it, which is acidic. I don't love taking those drops. It's not a pleasure, but I'm doing whatever I can. He's standing all by himself, by the way. He got up completely by himself. He is standing totally by himself. I just happened to catch him, but he does this. He stands up. You guys saw my arm was like nowhere near him, and he decided to stand up on his own. So clearly my son is something's going right. We're doing something right, okay? My kid is healthy. My kid is fine. And I don't know, it's just frustrating. He hit a random plateau. I think I just needed somewhere to vent. I'm gonna go text Natalie back, but that's what I'm dealing with today. I cannot wait until this next appointment is over with, because I'm just done. I'm done feeling guilty. I'm done feeling like I'm not doing something right. I'm probably gonna go ahead and give him a bottle right now, just to, or at least before his nap. I think I'm gonna give him a bottle, just to kind of settle him, and again, help with possible weight gain. And then it gets to the point of, okay, let's say he does gain weight this time. That's the thing. I don't like to cover up problems. I don't like to take the easy way out with problems. I like to actually solve them. And so if I supplement and give him, you know, whatever he needs in order to plump him up for this next appointment next week, I'm still gonna have the same problem if I don't fix it. So if I'm supplementing and giving him these bottles that are bottles that I did not make recently, the problem with that is that I am now going to somewhat screw myself over because I'm not making that milk for him. I give him a 5-ounce bottle. Guess what? I didn't make those 5 ounces today. So my body's just gonna, you know, think he's getting enough when he's not. So yeah, I need Dada to come home. I just want Dada to come home. Yeah, you look just like Dada there. You always look just like Dada. And whenever people say, oh, I'm sorry, he looks just like your husband, I don't know how to always take that, because I don't want him to look like me. He doesn't need to look like me. He's handsome like my husband. I think my husband is extremely handsome. So when they say, I'm sorry he looks like your husband, I'm always like, do they mean he's ugly like your husband? Or do they mean, oh, I'm sorry he didn't take after you, he took after your husband. Maybe the next baby will look like, I don't know. I have no idea. But I think he's handsome, and I think my husband's handsome. So I like that he looks like my husband. I never get that statement.
Ready? Say, okay, puppies. Okay, puppies. Okay, puppies. Ready? Okay, puppies. You love the cutie? Yeah. Don't get distracted. Don't fall. Do it again. Do it again. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Do it again. You're such a big boy. You're a mess. Look at you go, 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 go. Whee! Want me to distract you? Yeah, you just want to give hugs and kisses? You can give mommy lots of hugs and kisses. Oh, 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 see, I love my mommy. I just love mommy so much. I just gotta be with mommy all the time.
Oh. Hey guys, today is Friday, and how do I put this on live? Just hanging out with little man. My mom had just come over. He was up like every 3 hours last night. So, okay, back up. Let's back up. You guys are probably curious how the doctor appointment went. So yesterday we had the doctor's appointment. I was literally so afraid because I told you guys they switched to the main doctor. I didn't know if that was because they were really concerned or they weren't as concerned. So maybe that's why they were switching to the main doctor. I was so nervous the whole time. Like I literally wanted to throw up on the way there because I was terrified of like what they were saying or what they thought. We go and get there, they weigh him. So he did gain weight. So the doctor checked him out and everything. He kind of just wanted to get information from us. So he asked us all the questions. I know I'm a hot mess too. What are we feeding him? How often we're feeding him? If he's still nursing, how often he nurses, all of that. And the entire time I was just so nervous. I have no idea where I was talking to you guys. So anyway, he checked him out and everything and totally said he was fine. They checked his heart. They did everything. Like when a baby doesn't usually grow quickly or gain weight quickly, it's usually like a heart condition. They checked his heart every single time and they always do, but they're like, his heart sounds perfect, that's not the problem. And so then the doctor was like, said every single thing we did. He's like, there's nothing to worry about. He's steadily gaining. He just needs to have more food at this point. He probably was ready for finger foods sooner. He's ready, it's time. He needs to start having finger food. Give him whatever you're eating. This is all he does all day long. So now that's what we did last night. We went ahead, we had chicken pasta. He had everything. Chicken pasta, veggies, he ate all of it. He loved it. He did throw a lot onto the ground, but he loved it. I think I have some clips of it. But he did amazing. I was shocked at how well he knew what to do. He did really well last night, but all night he woke up every like 2 to 3 hours. We found out he has a 5th tooth coming in, so I'm thinking that's kind of what's bugging him because I mean his drool is no joke. He ended up getting eczema on his cheeks and on his chest from like the drool constantly being there. So I put some Aquaphor on it and he looks like a million times better. He still has some on his chest though, but he looks so much better. I'm thinking tonight I'll give him Tylenol to help him sleep a little bit, but he did so good with the food. I'm so happy. We did buy those little pouches, which I've kind of been like on and off with those because I have seen where like some of them get gross inside. So we got it from Happy Baby and it was the beets, blueberry, and banana flavor. I'm really sorry for all that, but I'm just gonna talk over it. He wanted nothing to do with it. He had some of it. He ended up accepting like maybe 5 or 6 bites off the spoon and he was like, nope, I don't want any more. So I was like, okay, let's try banana. So I went ahead and gave him some banana, wanted nothing to do with the banana. So I just don't think he's gonna be a breakfast boy. Plus I think for some reason the squeeze thing, I think it like had like a tart sourness to it. Cause every time he'd take it, he'd be like, so everything is good. The doctor's like, I have nothing, like there is nothing to worry about. He is good. Just make sure you're giving him finger food as much as he wants. Keep doing what you're doing as far as feeding. But he's like, there's nothing to worry about. He is totally good. The problem, I think why they got so scared is because he was born at 9 pounds, but immediately like dropped all that water weight. He had so much water weight, you guys. I was in labor for like 30 hours. And while I was in labor, obviously I was on an IV. So I was getting water the whole time. He and I were both huge. I mean, you guys have seen my photos, like we were huge when he was born. So much water weight, both of us, that I think that had a lot to do with it. So that put him on like a really high scale, and then he kind of like stayed even and then dropped a little bit, and he started dropping once he got busy. So I knew that's what it was. Like I just want to start sticking to my gut and know I'm a good mom. I know my son so well. I have no reason to think like I'm just gonna follow my gut. You know what I mean? Like at this point forward. What are you doing?
Trying to take a nappers? Will you try and take a nappy for mommy? Will you try and take a nappy for mommy? Yes. That'd be great. You took a nice nap. You were starting to fall asleep, but the nanny came here to see your face. Yeah, and you wanted to see Nanny so bad. You love Nanny. He was so sad whenever she like leaves. He's always like, always smell like you poopied. But I think it's just his diapers. I do not like the Target brand diapers. I don't like them at all. I see terrible reviews. I liked him when he was little. The newborn ones didn't have this terrible smell to them. I think it was the newborn and even size 1. Both of them were fun, totally fine. Yeah, he's teething really bad. But these ones, like he's in size 2 right now, they're terrible. They stink. He pees through every night. So I bought those Sposy booster pads, which literally is a feminine pad. That's all it is. I bought those for him yesterday and it worked great last night, but because he woke up so much, I had to keep giving him new ones, whereas usually he only wakes up once, so I would have only needed to use 1 a day, but because he woke up so much last night, I used like 2 or 3 last night. But I'm gonna see if he'll go down for me. I don't think he will. You wanna get down? See if he'll take a nap for me. If so, I can get a lot of work done, I hope. So I'm gonna try. Little man just napped for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm thinking he might be going to the bathroom right now because he's being very chill and very good. I kid you not, like you'll look at the monitor and he'll be completely laying down, like completely flat laying down. You will look in like 2 seconds and he'll be sitting up. It's like the freakiest thing in the world, but he does it all the time. So right now he's just kind of playing, hanging out. I'm thinking he might hear me right now. So I'm gonna go in there and get him. I'm so happy that he napped as long as he did, and I need to kick on the AC because it's getting hot in here. It's like 77 right now, and that's like just way too hot. Just turned up the volume on his little monitor thing. Definitely pooping right now. So pretty much ever since he's gotten up, he has been really, really good. My mom came over and he was like in a really great mood. As soon as she left, he has been nothing but like, he ended up crawling and he ended up falling. And I don't know if he fell from like a standing position, like a squatting position, a crawling position, like literally within seconds of me getting up, he fell over. Ever since then, like he's not having life at all. It's been probably like an hour, hour and a half. Like he's not having it at all. So I think he's in pain. I'm gonna get him some Tylenol in him, probably get some gas drops in him now. I just can tell he doesn't feel well, and I don't really know why. I don't know if it's his belly, I don't know if it's his mouth, and something that I don't think the doctor mentioned yesterday was there's actually 2 teeth I see. He has his 2 front ones and then the 2 ones next to him, but I see white on both sides. So I don't know if he was trying to show my husband that actually he has both of them coming, but my husband only thought he said once. He just has got to be in some pain. He has been, for whatever reason, waking up like 2 hours after he goes to sleep. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know why. Last night I didn't get any sleep, so literally as soon as I get him to sleep, I'm gonna pump and go to bed because I'm exhausted. And then that way, like, my husband can do whatever he wants to do, but like I am so tired that like I just need to go to bed. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I don't have a child that naps well or naps a lot. Yes, he did nap for 3 hours today, which is amazing, but just hoping to have a good night, you guys.